now your host for Around Town, Jane Bouvier.
Welcome, Ray Mascola, who
Jane.
was coming the last time, actually, when Jennifer was on,
Yeah.
and then I can't remember why you didn't come, but whatever.
Well, yeah, I think it was a last minute thing and we couldn't do it. But thank you for inviting me this time.
I like this chair. I may have to switch chairs the next time.
Yeah, this is very comfortable.
Yeah.
The staff did a great job here. I'm on crutches. I've had some foot surgery.
That's a pain in the neck, isn't it, to be that way, to have all. How many more weeks?
It's 8 weeks of non-weight bearing.
Yeah.
And I'm in week 3. And then it's 3.5 months of on crutches. So it cramps my style a little bit, but I can still function.
Yeah, well, that's
as long
good.
as I don't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Right.
Anyway.
Tell me what, I called you a business coach, but that's really not your title.
Right, so I have a company called Targeting Sales Growth, and I've got a long background in sales in the corporate world, and I retired from that 3 years ago. And I formed a company to help smaller companies and organizations, that I work with individuals too, figure out how to get to their next level, how to grow their business. And I picked that name carefully.
Yep.
Targeting Sales Growth means I help my clients target where in their marketplace they can grow their business. So we talk about what they do, what are the problems that they solve.
Yep.
A lot of people like to talk about what they do, okay, and they make the best widget known.
Yep.
But what I try to reverse it and help them figure out what are the problems that are solved by your customers when they use your product or service. And so that becomes what we call the value proposition. And it could work for a car dealer or a car wash place or for a host on a local television show. So we get into that, and I work for them.
Yeah.
You know, people can go to the site, and I didn't want to promote me as much as promote how we can help, and work with a lot of different companies, figuring out who their target customers might be, and then figure out what is the messaging we have that will resonate with these prospects, and then figure out how to get in front of them. And I've gone on sales calls with my client and figure out what are we going to say, what are the problems, and this can work for a small business or a larger business. It's understanding your market and understanding why your target prospects would want to talk to you.
What did you do before you got into this business, or is this what you've done?
No, I've done this for 3 years, but I have a long background in the corporate world, and now I work with small companies. But in the corporate world, I sold software, and I was a sales management person and worked with large companies, and now I work with small companies, but the concept's the same.
Yeah. What made you know that this was a good fit for you?
If you go to my website, I have
Which is?
targetingsalesgrowth.com.
Okay.
So I have a little tree, it looks like a little bonsai tree with hands, and I like taking a kernel and growing a tree, so to speak. You know, helping somebody get from where they are to where they want to be, and that's something that I feel like I have some skills in.
How many people do you work with now? I mean, you must have testimonials from.
I have my testimonials on my account. My business throttles up and down. I'm going to start working for another company in Billerica, and you know, I do a lot of things like networking. I suggest to my clients that they network. Some people are more attuned to it than others. That's how I happened to meet you. I actually got an opportunity to speak at the the Groton,
Pepperell,
Dunstable,
Groton Pepperell Rotary.
Groton Pepperell Rotary.
Yeah.
Met those people. They mentioned you got to talk to Jane Bouvier.
Yeah.
She is the kingpin, queenpin in Groton, and you and I probably started talking in September.
Yeah, that's right.
So networking.
But you ended up coming to the Groton Board of Trade meeting then.
Right. Oh yeah.
And you jumped right on that. I mean, there was
Yeah.
no hesitation.
Yeah, and then since then I've met and I've talked to Lawrence Academy. There's some things there in terms of just having an outside. I'm not selling anything, but if there's some outside, we're just talking work where I might be an outside voice in terms of ideas and that type of thing. But I think with any business, you've got to, I think some small business are only focusing on the business they have right now.
Right.
You know, you just like you might talk to a vendor or a carpenter or something, and they have no focus beyond the work they're working in right now. And they're working hard, but you always have to have a pipeline.
Right.
You know, companies coming into your prospect list, and that's something I help my clients do.
What do you think about, like, the town of Groton? We are not a destination town.
Yeah.
So you've got Nashua there, and you've got Acton and Boston there.
Yeah.
We have no reason to come. People don't have any real reason, other than the private schools, to come to the town of Groton.
Well, I'll tell you. First of all, when I was on two legs, I loved to cycle from where I live in Westford up Route 40, and in a lot of little country towns. So I like to come here.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying.
Basically for business. I mean, it's really hard.
Well,
you know.
businesses, I mean, I think the town is growing. There's a lot of diversity in terms of, like with the Board of Trade, there's a lot of ideas. It's a town that's growing, it's appealing, it's got planned growth, as some other places that just got overwhelmed and they paved over everything.
Yep.
So I think in terms of Groton, you've got professionals living here. You've got some professionals that have a lot of different businesses here. And I think always understanding what you want to be as a town. Do you want to be a destination, or do you want to be a selected destination for certain types of things?
Yeah, a lot of people that moved here don't want anything to do with having business. You know,
yeah.
They want it to be a bedroom community.
Well, and then you've got, well, guess what? Route 119 is like becoming like 128.
Yeah.
You know, but I think, yeah, you've got to plan it slowly and plan what do you want it to be. And you've got a lot of different types of people coming here that maybe didn't live here before.
Well, if we have an inn one of those days after our inn burned down, you know, I don't know how soon that's going to happen. You know, that will bring people in as well, you know, but...
And another place, I mean, I've been to the Gibbet Hill Grill a few times. That's a real beautiful place and an attraction.
But it only is open at night. So the businesses aren't open at night, so they're not going to...
I think you get, in terms of the planning with Groton, it's got to be a cross-section of people to talk about what do you want the town to be. Right. And kind of an idea session.
Yeah,
you know,
we've done that.
And how does it come out?
It's mixed because some people don't want it and some people do. And you know what? I'm going to cut you off, and I hate to have you come all the way down here with your poor foot. Will you come back and talk more
we
about
could
this?
talk, well, you know, we could certainly talk more about facilitating ideas.
Yep.
And then what it's all about is having people come together, move out of their comfort zone, and you know, and then come together in where the town should go.
Yep.
Because you want to be able to control where it's going to go, because it's going to go somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, take care of your foot, poor thing.
Thank you. I'd love to come back. Thank you.
I feel so sorry for you because it's like in my future, and I don't even want to think about it. Anyway,
Jane.
take it easy. Thanks, Ray.